Going to go over, the best streaming options for tonight, Monday night, February 1st. There were quite a few games. It's really not a quality day, but if you don't have a 10 players on your team playing tonight, you can definitely stream. Also, depend on your league acquisitions. If you have more than 7 or unlimited, you just want to stream every night. Every single night, you want to stream, right? The first game is the Charlotte Hornets and Miami Heat. On the Hornets side, Terry Rozier is going to be out, so a lot of guard rotation minutes opening up. That's really good for LaMelo Ball. If somehow he's out there, you gotta pick him up. And Heat still have a lot of guys out. Goran Dragic, Tyler Hill is questionable. Avery Bradley is out. So you still want to stream guys like Kendrick Nunn on the Heat. All those guys is really worth streaming. Duncan Robinson, Kelly Olynyk tonight for sure. He's really up and down, but some nights we play 30 minutes, give you 17, 18 points, a lot of threes. He can really fill up the stat sheet, right? Even give you some decent steals and blocks, and assists as a center. Kendrick Nunn, sure. You can keep streaming him until everybody comes back. And Gabe Vincent too. If you need a little bit of scoring and assist, you can go for him. But with he's like the last option, right? Unless your waiver wire is really really thin. Kendrick Nunn is definitely someone I'm most interested out of everybody on the Heat side, and on the Charlotte Hornets side, I would definitely with Terry Rozier out. There'll be probably some minutes goes to Malik Monk, but LaMelo Ball should be the main beneficiary. And Cody Zeller, if somehow he's still out there, if you really need those rebounds, he can give you those. He had a huge rebound game last game. Everybody else should be already rostered. And Miles Bridges, if you need someone efficient, not a lot of turnovers, you can grab him. He can give you 10 rebounds, 10 points, 5 rebounds, but should be better options out there. And the next game is the Lakers and Atlanta Hawks. I would heavily target this game if you need some, on the Lakers side, you can pick up a lot of players because Atlanta likes to give out a lot of steals and blocks. I think even for the Atlanta, good to pick up a Atlanta guy because Lakers they also give out a lot of steals. I think specifically. But they're a good defensive team, so the offensive stats gonna suffer. Anthony Davis is questionable coming in. If he cannot go, you can stream Kyle Kuzma for some points. I don't think they have a back-to-back, on Tuesday. So really just for Monday and Wednesday's game, if anybody you're gonna pick up here. Marc Gasol, sure, you can screw Marc Gasol for some blocks for the night. Some well-rounded stats. Montrezl Harrell, if he got dropped, you can scoop him up. Against Atlanta Hawks is really fantasy friendly, I think. Maybe just a high-scoring game where both sides just go off. So definitely pick up Kyle Kuzma if you need some rebound and points. Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder, all worth streaming versus tonight versus the Atlanta Hawks. And on the Hawks side, DeAndre Hunter is still out. Trae Young he's gonna play, right? So Cam Reddish is the best guy out of the group. And versus Lakers, yeah, sure, he might just pop off with a 4 steals game, right? Gallinari, he's still ramping up from his low minutes. I wouldn't roster him yet. Once he start playing 25 or 30 minutes, you can grab him for some free throw and points and threes. He can give you all that and pretty efficient. Don't really turn the ball over, averaging 1.3. Kevin Huerter, sure, another option you can go for. He's just really well rounded. He's gonna throw your field goal a little bit, but a little bit points, a little bit rebounds, a little bit of assists, just all around stats. And his steal number this year has been quite high, 1.2, so that's good. The next game, Portland, with all the guys out, a lot of usage. CJ, Derrick Jones Jr. So the best guy I want to go for is Gary Trent Jr. I don't really mind Melo. Robert Covington, he shouldn't really be out there. But if he is, you can roster him and just keep him. He's giving you 1.6 steals, right? And a lot of blocks as well. He's only averaging 6 points. That's got to go up. He should average in 10 points at least. Hit some threes, grab you some rebounds, give you those defensive stats. Gary Trent Jr., he's the one that probably has the most upside out of all the guys that I've talked about so far tonight. He has the upside to go for 25 points, maybe 5 threes. Don't really provide anything else. Same thing with Melo. Although Melo has really picked up his defensive stats, so you don't care about the efficiency. Definitely, you can go for Melo because on average, he will give you more steals and blocks. And with everybody out, he should get more minutes. Rodney Hood is probably the third option on this team. But if your waiver wire is really thin, you can also stream him. And I don't think they have these teams have a back-to-back. Let me just check. Who has a back-to-back? Like the teams that has a back-to-back is even more valuable, right? Let's see, basketball fantasy schedule. I think this website called #basketball. If you just Google that, they give you a pretty advanced schedule grid. So the teams that have a Detroit Pistons, which we're getting to, like the Grizzlies has a back-to-back. The Blazers do have a back-to-back. So if you do pick up Carmelo, that's one acquisition. You get 2 games out of it. Maybe, they have 3 games in 4 nights. So you can drop him after Thursday game, pick up another guy, another 2 games Friday and Sunday. So I would, really prefer, Gary Trent Jr. or Carmelo Anthony from this team. And on the Milwaukee side, really not too interested. Bobby Portis could be an option if this game gets out of hand. Give you a really good field goal, rebound, and some points. Dante DiVincenzo, if he gets dropped, you can go for him for points. But Milwaukee's schedule, if you pick up a guy today, let's see, they have a full game, so you can just keep him till Saturday maybe and drop him, grab another guy on Sunday, last day of the matchup. Not interested in anybody else on the Milwaukee side. And the Kings, the next team, the Kings and New Orleans Pelicans. It's interesting. The Kings, just gonna look at their schedule real quick. They also have 4 games in the first 6 days, so you can pick up a guy and then drop him and then pick up another guy Sunday. That's given that your league has limited acquisitions. If your league has unlimited, you have 7. 7 is a lot, so like a 7, you can just be more aggressive at streaming. On the Kings side, I want to go for, personally, like if Marvin Bagley is still out there in the points and rebounds, he's better than Bobby Portis at the moment, so definitely stream him. He's probably gonna shit on your free throw, so be careful. Pretty much all the starters should be rostered already. And other than Marvin Bagley, if you need some points, some big man stats, maybe pick up Whiteside. He's been playing 20 minutes. Maybe you get lucky, right? This game he gets you 4 blocks in 20 minutes, which is very capable of doing. And then maybe just win you blocks this week. And the next team is the New Orleans Pelicans. Any injuries? Yeah, Steven Adams is out. Interesting. So with him out, who is really gonna take? I mean, Jackson Hayes is probably gonna start, but not gonna do much. So I'm not too interested in him. I'm be interested in picking up Josh Hart. Let's see. Take a look at the Pelicans schedule. They also have a 4 games for sake. Yeah, most teams have 4 games this week. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is perfectly fine if you need points. He's been giving you decent. I believe he had a 3 steal and 3 blocks in last outing. So pick him up for some defensive stats, maybe, and good points and good scoring. He really can go off with 30 minutes. Maybe he can go for 20 plus points. Have a decent upside. And Josh Hart, pretty consistent, giving you 6, 7, 8 rebounds. So if you need a guard that can grab your rebound and hit some threes, and defensive side not really there. See, Nickeil Alexander is averaging 1.2 steals in 21 minutes. That's crazy. Lonzo Ball, 30 minutes, 1.4. So maybe Nickeil Alexander is definitely the guy with the most upside out of everybody. The next game is the Minnesota Timberwolves and Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh boy. Timberwolves side, everybody is out again. Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, he's going to be out today. Maybe he comes back Wednesday. We don't know. Maybe this is a Jimmy Butler situation, maybe 3+ weeks. He's been already out 2 weeks. He really should be back. If he misses Wednesday's game, he should be back Friday or Saturday. I think they have a back-to-back Friday or Saturday, whatever. D'Lo is questionable. It's a back-to-back. He played yesterday, didn't really get hurt. I guess Timberwolves, they're just going to put D'Angelo Russell with the questionable tag every single game now. And Naz Reid is he's sidelined, but I think he's questionable. He's a game-time decision, I believe. So just a lot of usage open up. Anthony Edwards is for sure. Maybe he has in terms of scoring, he has the most upside. Better than Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Just because all the guys are out. It's just mainly him and Malik Beasley. If D'Lo does sit, it's just those 2 men probably going to take 16, 17 shots easily. Ricky Rubio is definitely worth streaming for assist. If Naz Reid does play, he's been playing quite well. Give you a lot of blocks, so you can stream him. And Vanderbilt. Over the past couple weeks, he's been giving huge value. The main thing is doesn't really turn the ball over 1.1. Huge steal and block numbers, 1.4 steals. That's like top 15 in the league, right? 1.4. That's really high. So you want to stream Vanderbilt. I think the order would be Vanderbilt, Naz Reid, and Anthony Edwards. Depend on what you need. But Vanderbilt, I think, offers the highest upside. On the Cavaliers side, everybody is back and healthy. Isaac Okoro, not too interested in him, even though he does give you decent steals. And playing high minutes, 35 minutes, so somehow he will give you some stats. Or he'll find some stats in 35 minutes of playing. And against a bad team, yeah, maybe he will get you those blocks and steals. Larry Nance Jr., he should be rostered. Can't really stream him. And so same thing with Jarrett Allen and Andre Drummond. You can take a look at Taurean Prince, but if Larry Nance is playing, his minutes are really limited. I'm not interested in any of the Cavalier guys, to be honest, even though they're playing a really bad team. Just because everybody is healthy, you don't really have high usage. And the next game is the Rockets and OKC. Rockets been playing really, really well. 8 and 10, and they're the favorite, -5, rightfully so. Not much injury. OKC, George Hill is out, and David Nwaba is out. On the Rockets, right, the guys I look at is PJ Tucker. Doesn't really offer too much upside, Maybe some rebound steals, not too interesting in him. Eric Gordon, I would for sure. If you want some consistent, production, you're not going for home runs. You just want some guy give you 15, 16 points, maybe 2 to 3 threes. Eric Gordon is a pretty safe option. Daniel House, not too interesting. This year, the defensive stats really hasn't been there, even though he's averaging 0.4 turnovers, which is crazy. 0.3 steals is just too low at the moment. Jason Tate, sure. This man gets you a lot of blocks and steals. In 25 minutes, he's giving you 0.9. So he could explode. Nobody on the Rockets is that interesting. DeMarcus Cousins, you can really forget about him. Just really 15 minutes, not doing much. Just the minutes are too low. Sorry. And on the OKC side, you definitely want to go for Theo Maledon. This guy will have the highest upside. Getting the start, should playing close to 30. Derek Basley, another guy. If he gets dropped, if you need rebounds specifically, he can give you that. That's his best category. But everything else is really, he was blocking a lot of shots to begin the season, just really fell off. Maybe he can pick it up. He has had quite a few nice games, but the defensive stats are lacking, right? He's averaging 0.4 steals. That's just too low. Shea, he should be rostered everywhere. Nobody else is that interesting. OKC. Let's move on to the next game. How many games we got? 3 more. Yeah, Grizzlies. I would heavily target Grizzly guys, to be honest. Even though playing against the Spurs, it's not the best fantasy-friendly team. They don't really give out a lot of steals and blocks, but still. On this team, the best guy I want to go for is probably DeAnthony Melton. Due to his defensive, he played 32 minutes last game. That is not going to be continued. Maybe he go on a hot streak playing these minutes, but the Grizzlies rotation is just too many guys. Even guys like Ja Morant doesn't play 35 minutes. His minutes are around 30. Coach Jenkins like to play everybody. Dylan Brooks is another guy you can stream because this team has a back-to-back. So one acquisition, you get 2 games out of them, right? 3 games in 4 days. Dylan Brooks, sure, you need points. The 1.4 steals is not sustainable. I don't think he's like a 1 steal guy. But points and threes, the volume should be there with a lot of guys out still. And news come out today that JJJ is not even close. So Brandon Clark, Kyle Anderson, you must roster them, right? In the short term, those guys are giving you good value until JJJ returns. Then we'll see what happens. Tyus Jones, if you need assists and steals, he doesn't have enough minutes at the moment, like 20, so really low upside. Right? DeAnthony Melton has the highest upside, and Dylan Brooks, if you just really need some scoring threes. But don't blame me if DeAnthony Melton just played 15 minutes, which is possible. But they do have a back-to-back, so it's worth 1 acquisition. And on the Spurs side, Rudy Gay, you can stream Rudy Gay for some nice all-around stats, right? He's been averaging 11 points in 22, 5, pretty consistent, getting you like 10 plus points and 5, 6 rebounds. If you like some consistent production, and he's somewhat efficient, right? From the field, from the free throw line, don't really turn the ball over, so he wouldn't hurt you anywhere, right? Really just giving you a boost, some little bit of counting stat boost everywhere. The next game is the Phoenix Suns and Dallas Mavericks. Phoenix Suns, they're still without Devin Booker, yes. So you could go for guys like Jay Crowder and Cameron Johnson. Both guys are quite similar, with Jay Crowder probably offered the higher floor and the lower ceiling. Lower. Jay Crowder is really inconsistent. He offers you lower. That's what I meant, like lower floor and higher ceiling. You could just, because when he's having a bad game, he would really shit on your field goals. Whereas Cameron Johnson overall, I mean, he might just only score 5 points, but he wouldn't really hurt you. In the field goal perspective, Jay Crowder, he really can. He would just let it fly. He's a veteran. Don't really care. Just let it fly. Nobody on the Suns is that interesting. Majority of the guys are healthy. Chris Paul should get another boost. And then on the Dallas Mavericks, actually a lot of guys you can stream. Do they have, how many games they got this week? They have a back-to-back Wednesday and Thursday, so you can pick up a guy up, ride this guy until Thursday, after Thursday's game, pick up another guy. Right? A lot of guys you can really, Tim Hardaway Jr., if he's the best 3 points and threes guys out there, one of the best. Josh Richardson came back, doesn't really offer any category that's just eye-popping, but worth streaming. Same thing with Dorian Finney-Smith, because all the usage on this guy, Doncic is going to have the ball in his hands at all times, pretty much. Right? Chris Porzingis is going to get his shot attempt, but I'm not sure about everybody else. They just have to play within the floor of the offense, and sometimes they just won't get any shots. Maxi Kleber, not too interested in him. The best guy is obviously Tim Hardaway Jr. for points and threes. Dorian Finney-Smith is probably my second option. He's still, in limited time, he's been giving you good steals this year. And this guy give you some rebound, hit some threes, good efficient, 0.5 turnovers. Won't hurt you anywhere, really, seriously. And they have 3 games in 4 nights, so you can pick up the guy and then see what happens. And now the last game, it's got to be the last game, right? The Detroit and Denver game. Yep, last game. Yeah, Detroit, you want to be a little bit more aggressive streaming. They have a back-to-back today. And then Wednesday and Thursday, two nights out, then you can forget about the guys, right? Or just stream till Saturday and then drop another guy. Definitely, the best guy is Wayne Ellington. Yeah, he's been playing quite well. If you need some points and threes and efficiency, his field goal has been insane. Don't know if he can continue. Derrick Rose, yeah, I'm not if he's out there, don't pick him up knowing he's gonna miss the next game, right? Dylan Wright, sure, you keep him. He's been playing quite well. If he's still out there, definitely pick him up for streaming purposes. Same thing with Josh Jackson. One of the D-Rose is gonna miss. Blake Griffin is probably also gonna miss, right? Then just more usage opening up. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they rest Mason Plumlee. So Josh Jackson becomes a player. And on the Denver side, I'm not too interested in streaming any of the Denver guys because they have 1 game today. If you have more than 7 acquisitions, sure, go for it. Gary Harris is out, so you can stream guys like Will Barton, Paul Millsap, Monty Morris. Those 3 guys should get more minutes. And hopefully, our Michael Porter Jr. can get more minutes with Gary Harris being out. But they have a game today, and then they don't have a game till Thursday. So that's 2 days you don't have anybody playing on their roster spot. That's it for all the streaming options for tonight. Keeping an eye on a lot of the player status. If anything changes, you can pick up the next guy up. That's it for all. See you guys later.